Hi, Tanishka. Could you please introduce yourself a little bit? Like, what is your name, age, where have you been before you actually get admission abroad? Just a little bit about you.
Okay, so I'm Tanishka Shukla and I'm from India. And I got admission in Berkeley College, New York. And I was studying here in South India. And I'm really excited that I get to move across country now.
Okay, perfect. Could you please tell us about what is the major that you got in Berkeley?
I got into fashion merchandising and management.
Okay, perfect. And you also received a scholarship, right?
Yes, I did.
Perfect. And how much? It's 50%.
50%, yeah.
Okay, perfectly fine. And could you please tell us why did you decide to go abroad at all? Like how it was? What was the point of going abroad at all?
For me, it was majorly the subject that I wanted to study, the programs. I was looking for similar programs in India, but the only kind of fashion merchandising program available in India was related to a diploma rather than a bachelor's degree. So I was looking where I could find, and New York was one of the best cities that city or states that I could get into for this program. So that is why I wanted to move to New York specifically.
Okay, great. And what was the hardships that you faced like before you actually started to work with us?
Majorly the first and the foremost thing was convincing my parents, because I took a drop year. So there was like a 1 year gap between my studies, which my parents were not very confident about, and they were not really happy with it. But I convinced them, and that was one of the most. And the other one was I didn't know what kind of major I wanted exactly, and working with StudyFree made me realize, okay, so they showed me my options and we explored and we saw a lot of programs, we saw a lot of colleges, and then like finally we decided to apply to 3 4 of them, and etc. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
great. I completely understand that. I had the same coming back the time when I was applying abroad. So, okay, how much time did it take you to prepare for the entire like process of going abroad? You said that you were taking the gap year, right? I got
Yes.
you right.
Mhm.
So, like, how much time in total that took you to before you
Um,
actually get admission?
so basically I got my results of 12th grade in July. So since then I've been studying for the SATs and for IELTS. So somewhere around July it started, but I joined StudyFree near September. So I would say the real progress that I started making was from September. So count the months like September, October, November, December, and by January I got in. January end I got in. So
Okay.
nearly 5 months.
Okay, perfect. And like, what exactly was done with us? What was like? I would say the most harder things for you, but what study free made easy for you? Because I believe the admission process that's not all about the hard stuff,
That's
right?
true.
But
Yes.
there are some certain points that were definitely hard for you. So could you please tell us what it was?
I would say like the exams, they were pretty much straightforward that, okay, I need to prepare for this exam and that exam. But the real challenge was how to build my profile. So I would say StudyFree helped a lot in building my profile. They made sure that I wrote a blogs or whatever. And they made sure that, okay, I got prepared for the essays, because essays are a very integral part of the American college system. And so these are the things that they helped me out with. Basically, the entire application process and even shortlisting the colleges.
Okay, perfect. And if you would compare yourself coming back then in September, for example, and right now, what would be, I would say, the biggest changes that you can realize right now?
So back in September, I really did not know what I was doing and what I had to do, what I was supposed to do. But now I have clearer pictures of the things that are going on. And of course, there's a lot of difference between like me back then and me now. Yeah.
Okay. And you said that one of the hardest things for you were to convince your parents. And how did you
Mhm.
manage to do so?
So it's kind of funny. Okay, so obviously I had a conversation with them first. Okay, and they were not very convinced with it. So I wrote them a letter, an essay sort of thing, proving all my points and making sure that I also mention the drawbacks of doing so, but making sure how I can overcome them. And they were really impressed with the letter. So yeah, they gave me a good to go sign.
Okay, that's great, because a lot of students right now, they're facing the same problem. Like I can tell you that on my experience, I'm working with Indians a lot right now. So technically, a lot of the students says that their parents don't believe in their result. So they are asking them firstly to go and pass their exams here in India, and only after
Correct.
then they will consider whether going abroad or not. And that's strange thing for me, because like I don't know, you already have the great profile, you already have a lot of the extracurricular activities and stuff, and your parents does not believe in you, and that's something that was a bit confusing for me. But
Yeah.
maybe your way, that's a way of mature approach, I would say, because you said them everything, every like the entire picture you could
Yeah.
adopt to them, and that's absolutely great. Yeah. Perfect, perfect. And what will be your advices and wishes for those who just starting their like period of application, not even working with us, but just application process, all this research of information and stuff? What would be your advices for them?
I'd say make sure that you don't stick to one option. Explore everything. Explore all the colleges. Explore all the options. I mean, just don't settle for less. I would say that. And obviously, a counseling agency or somebody with like expertise would really be helpful. So make sure get help, because it's not easy.
Could you please just repeat a little bit what is the scholarship you received and how much it is in money? Maybe not exactly in rupees, but maybe just in dollars. Just, so that if we could use it, we will be using that in that way soon.
Okay. So I think my general tuition fee is around $24,000. And so this is just a tuition fee without the expenses of living and food and etc. So my tuition fee is around $24,000, and now I will be paying $12,000, which is around 9 lakh rupees.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for giving your time.
Thank you. Okay, bye bye.
Bye.